we look?
Huh?
Perfection.
Alright everyone, let's get this party started!
What to do, ladies and dudes? You know who we be. Jabba Jaws in the booth, Vulgar Desperado.
Sinister Diplomat.
And yo, we just here to jock this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, we haven't been putting out any videos because mofos have just been playing that in their living rooms. But today, we're here to give you something to talk about in your living room. But before we go any further, do us a solid, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'd really appreciate it on our road to 1,000. Thank you very much. So, like the slogan goes, we're just here to give you some things to talk about with your crew in your living room. And today we're just going to really be kicking it with you and talking about the awesomeness that is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And this is mostly going to be a spoiler free. If we start rambling, you'll probably hear some edits. But we're really just going to be talking about why you should be playing this game. But I'm already assuming you're already playing this game.
And if you're not,
you're fucking
slipping.
Yeah. It's game of the year.
By far.
Bar none. I don't care what anyone says. You're having fun playing Helldivers, that's cool. But it's not Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, no.
Baldur's Gate, they fuck bears in that. We don't do that here.
Nah, this game is perfection personified.
Even more perfect.
To both of us. There's obviously cons in everything. Perfection is only a con in the long run. But it's a beautiful game. The story's brilliant. They're doing a great job transitioning from a 1997 game and making it into a PS5 masterpiece, man. It's just so brilliant. The characterizations that they're putting on all of these, characters, man. The attributes that they give them, the voice actors that they put into them, man.
Like dynamite!
It's everything, man. It's
There's really no you're right. There's things you're gonna like and things you're gonna dislike in the game, because everyone has their, opinions. Yeah. But generally speaking, even the things that you're mad at, like, you're not mad at it long.
I'm not mad at it because of it. I'm
like, things can frustrate you, but really and honestly, like, you're right. Like, there's nothing this game skimped on. The music is amazing. I literally want to buy this entire fucking soundtrack. The voice acting, like you said, like, I'm impressed with these voice actors. I'm like looking up these people because I was like, damn, bro, everyone is killing it. Like, they really, like I said, personify the character. Like, I'll be real, Aerith and Tifa's voice are so fucking lovely on the track. It's like goosebumps. Like,
it's giving something that didn't have a voice. And,
yes, that's because even though Advent Children was there, and I'll be real, I think it was like Mandy Moore, and I forgot Rachel Lee Cook was Aerith and Tifa, in that one, and I forgot who they were good. I think like the voice actors for that and in the Kingdom Hearts, they were fine. But it's Brianna White and like Britt something, Barton or something, I can't remember, but they're killing the game. They're killing it, and everybody too. Kate Sid, he's Scottish. That shit is hilarious to me. Barrett is fucking awesome. He's hilarious. Marlene, Daddy loves you. Like, that shit is awesome. He's the man. Cloud is awesome, bro. Yuffie is hilarious. Like, the characters, like, I've literally been telling people this, and let me know if you agree or kind of get what I'm saying in the comments, but it's like playing an anime. If you watch anime, and I kind of mean like old school, especially like long animes where you're going on these grand adventures and you're doing, fuck, bro, this has a beach episode in here, bro. Like, this has the beach OVA. It literally has beach fun time. Bazoon, so you do so much, all your missions, all like the bonding of the characters. It's like playing an anime because you're getting to know everyone. There is a little relationship meter.
Building the relationships with the characters in this game is fantastic. Like, I think that is something that is actually probably missed in Remake. The relationship building and
it's really fun.
The way it drives the story in the long run is
right, because you get to know everybody more, and you get to, like, like this game is huge. Not only so much in the it's like 100+ hours and all that jazz, like the things you can do. Like they really took the time to craft a masterpiece of a story. You know, there are certain things that like when you like read some of the you know, little world intel documents that you get, and then you kind of put 2 and 2 together. Like I don't think this is really a spoiler, but you know, like excuse me, Gungaga. Right. One thing I read, and it's not, like I said, it's not really a spoiler. It's just kind of like knowledge of the town of Gungaga, or the province of Gungaga, is that they were kind of away from the war. The war did not touch Gungaga. And then I thought about that, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense for Zack's personality. That fool was happy-go-lucky. He's a nice-ass dude. Why? That nigga wasn't touched by war. And then when you think about some of the layers and the deepness that they crafted into their story and how, like, one connects to another, like, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, there's a book. I'll put up a screenshot of it's called A Traces. Whoops. I got it right here. It is called Two Pass. No, Traces of Two Pass. I almost fucked up. It's a little backstory of Aerith and Tifa, like stuff that you kind of get in the first 2 games, but you get more in-depth, like how did Tifa end up in Sector 7? How did Aerith get out? You know, like some things like that. And my point of mentioning this book is like this game is so huge that you got to get a little bit more here, and like they craft it all together. Like I can't geek enough about this fucking game.
They give you so much backstory on characters in here that you don't question a lot of stuff going into certain areas and like going into certain places in the stories and building those relationships. Like having the little backstories from these little side quests and stuff, man, they just way too good of a job.
It's like I said, it's like an anime in that sense that you get to know all your crew's characters to the point where you'll like them.
Well, dude, they balance that too. They balance that anime aspect to the point of where it feels like you're watching yourself play a movie, man.
Yeah, like you're really along for the ride, and you fall in love with every single character, and it's really awesome because, you know, this is like a more me personal kind of who I am as a gamer in person. You know, like some people like RPGs where the main character doesn't talk and you are kind of the main character. You know, you kind of step into the shoes like that. I personally like stories that are very crafted out. Like I think that is kind of awesome that because what's awesome about games like that is like you're getting shit that honestly even movies can't do. You know, you're getting really some of the finest, craziest, awesome storytelling that you can get. And when you have a main character that is a main character, like you have a Cloud, you know, like here's a name, here's his backstory, here's that, not just like anybody can kind of step into the shoes. You know, you have to really start showing off your storytelling. It's not to say that those games like don't have good storytelling, but when you have a character that has certain, you know, aspects to them, you know, it makes a story basically.
There's so many more chapters to this story than just like it's not like a run-on story for the most part. You're not just getting one full thing. You're getting a lot of stuff into this story, and they're giving you the time to actually like listen to the story, play the story, do the story. Like it's brilliant. It's just, I don't know, like it's the fighting, at first it took me a second because after playing Remake and jumping into this game, it was a little different, but the moment you get a flow for the fighting in this game, it's brilliant. It's probably one of the smoothest fighting games I've ever come across when it's come to like what's the fighting style? Because it's not classical.
I don't even know what they call it. I thought they called it dynamic at one point, but you know, it's kind of like free-flowing RPG-ish, you know.
It's just whatever the style is, it's
awesome. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a great balance of being like tactical, but you get to control your characters. Like I like turn-based when you're standing still. Like that can be fun and, you know, tactical. But there's something to it when you can fucking dodge. Yeah. You know, like, and you can get real into that shit. And then you're like, you start fucking up with another character, you switch out, bro. And that's something that like the gameplay in the way you play, like the actual gameplay, and the way they tell the story, like every character is useful.
Yep.
Like you can sit there and think you can play all the, and maybe look, some gamers out there, I'm gonna play this game only using Cloud or only using this person until the story doesn't allow you to. But you know, fine, you might be able to make it through. But generally speaking, like, you know, there are certain like scenes that you'll see, and it's like, you know, like they're fighting a giant monster, right? Cloud's like, you know, swording the motherfucker up, but then Barrett starts shooting, then Aerith jumps in. Like, everybody has a purpose, and like the gameplay mirrors that, and like the story mirrors that. And, like, nobody's useless, you know.
The transition to switching characters is
fire,
so smooth. Like, again, I don't know, it didn't everything, R2, R1, all that stuff is to switch characters and stuff. But it's just the way it does. Like, this is using the directional pad was just so much easier.
Well,
I don't know,
one
man.
thing I'll say too, also like on the mechanic side of the game, like, you know, something, I don't know. I love the Yakuza series. I love, you know, some Sega. But for whatever reason, their fucking games make my PlayStation overheat, and it crashes and turns itself off. And it does this. I've literally been playing this game like all day, and it will never overheat. And you can say, oh, maybe your PlayStation, like, yeah, I've cleaned out my PlayStation. Listen, I was ready to buy a new PlayStation if like I was gonna have the same problems when Final Fantasy came out, and I've never had one concern about that. So, you know, even just on the technical side, like, you know, it works, it runs really smooth, it's very pretty, it has great load times, it's very fast. Like, they really, really, really put their all into it. Like, you know, sure, some people might have, I would say, like, if your complaints, like, you might like dislike a mini game or two, or you might have conflictions in the story, and that, you know,
I don't like the grid that much.
The grid, the well, I don't mind it. I don't dislike it.
I don't dislike it like that. I like it in the sense of it's a grid building for your weapons and stuff like that, and your characters.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to just upgrade my weapons,
on a
base of an actual like upgrade basis to me, not giving it like, oh, you get plus 20 attack and stuff like that, which was really cool in the moment because it actually works a lot better than some stuff. But I guess also having those options was also like, again, that's an opinion based thing right there, and I actually did not. The more you played, the more you got used to having those different upgrades and stuff like that for all those weapons. And yeah, man, it's nitpicking, man. Like,
yeah,
I can't nitpick.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, and that's the thing, you know, like, for me, I would say the only thing that kind of bothers me is certain video games that I suck at, right? So, like, the polygon little boxing one, I fucking trash at that one. That one is just not, it was just not cracking, you know? And the other polygon one, Fort Condor, which kind of made me mad because I was good at Fort Condor and Intergrade. Like, I felt like I was tight at that. But this one's
hard.
It's fucking murking. There was, so, and you know, no spoilers, but like the last battle of one of these Fort Condor battles that I had to do, right? It was like seconds away from, like, my guy just had to hit him. He just had to swing his fucking sword. But the clock was running out. That's all I had to do. And he just, and I was so distraught. I had not come back to that motherfucker for at least like 2 weeks. I finally did beat it not too long ago. But bro, I was so mad because I spent like one day, it was like a Saturday or a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some gaming in. And I spent so motherfucking long playing Fort Condor. I was like, yo, nigga, the day is gone.
I'm trying to play this.
I got work tomorrow. I fucked up. Like, I was like mad because it is conflicting. You're like, all right, well, you know, I enjoyed myself. I had a fun time. However, I'm not 14. Like, I got things to do in this week. I'm
old.
Right? Like, oh, that reminds me of this fucking meme. I think I showed you that one. It's like, what's it like playing games after 11 years old or 11 a.m. and when you're 30 years old? I'm gonna have to put that shit on.
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
The video, but that ass, like, you know, it's, you know, you find yourself really, really invested in some of these mini games and side missions, and
Chocobo racing.
Yeah, Chocobo racing is like pretty fun. When you hit the fucking drift on the Chocobo. Like,
wrecked, bud.
Like, you know, it's pretty sick. But my thing is, you know, some people may like some of those and some people may hate some of those. And I think, you know, that's all fair. I wouldn't say those are things that would take points away from the game. You know, like, to me, it's a perfect score. You know, like, there's nothing, because, like, I don't know. Some people want to say, oh, well, graphics, this need to be this, and, you know, gameplay needs to be this. Like, I find everything, like, on the technical side of it really, really good. What makes it a perfect score for me is some of the things that we kind of, like, we do talk about in gaming, but you talk about it more for film and other areas of art. And that is the music, that is the writing, that is the script, the story beats, the voice acting. Like, a lot of the factors that you would be grading a movie or a TV show on, they are killing it and knocking it out of the park. Like, I'm watching this game in English and I'm just like, you know, this is technically Japanese, but I don't ever want to watch it in Japanese.
I do not either.
And it's always subs over dubs, but I can't even fathom this. Like, I'm listening to this crew and I'm like, I'll be thinking to myself, I was like, bro, there are some anime out there with some trash voice actors, and this squad of like 6, 7 over here, they're killing the fucking game. Like, where's the real talent, you know?
Me, man, whoever, again, to me, like, Rufus has been dope. I was happy. Have we got to see Reno?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. Rude is my guy.
That shit was, all these, no spoilers. But,
like, I love, dude, the effort they put into the, like, oh, man, the non-main characters, man, but, like, it's so hard to not say, like, these guys don't have main roles in the game, because they do. But they did so well, man. Like, they cared so much to make everything great.
Like, yeah, like, if anything, this game is definitely like a straight up real love letter to Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy in general fans and just gaming fans, because, like,
we haven't got one like this for a while.
Like, yeah, for a real long time. And maybe there's, like, you know, that level of starvation from not just in the sense of games, but also just entertainment, because, like, again, this story to me is just so fucking fantastic that, like, I'm just having a fucking blast playing the game.
I love the summons too, man.
Oh my god, yeah, the summons are fucking awesome, bro. Like I like that they're, you know, like, they're upgraded looks, because it's like, you know, all the summons are the same, but they always get like Odin and Alexander. You're like, bro, these are fucking like, these are sick, you know. It's
Bahamut's tight.
Yeah.
Bahamut's the shit.
And that's where I'm just saying, like, they just took everything up another level. Like, they didn't, you know, if it's like, it ain't broke, fix, like, you know, don't fix it, that kind of shit. Like, they took everything that was good in Remake and just added sprinkles to it. And, like, that, to me, that's awesome. I know a lot of people sometimes, especially when it comes to games, are like, innovation, what's new? And there are things that are new, but
sometimes you just need that cherry on the sundae.
Exactly. Like, the new things, you know, are like a lot of these tag moves and the building of the relationships. Like, that, it's simple stuff that you could, like, okay, well, you could do done the other one, and it's like, you know, kind of there, but it's like, well, not really. They really, and it, like I said, sometimes it's the simple things that make the game and the gameplay, like, all that much better, and your experience playing it that much better too. It just heightens it because you get more invested. You're like, bro, who's my favorite combo moves with? You know, I don't, like, you know, you can have like a special move with one character, but like they have like, but you don't like using this other character, but they have like the sickest special move.
For me, I like Cloud and Red 13's Savage Assault.
Okay.
That shit's really cool. And then I love the Divine Punishment.
Divine Punishment,
Aerith
yeah.
Tifa.
See, that's what I was saying. I was like, well, some of these things aren't spoilers, but I was like, all right, whatever.
No.
But like, okay, like the Barrett, like, because for me, like, Aerith, I love using Aerith, but I think other motherfuckers are stronger. But I love using Aerith because her specials with generally anybody are awesome.
They bring life. It brings more energy to the special.
Yo,
man.
her, like, have you done the one with Red where she like moves, she picks him up, like throws that full, like, that shit is sick. It's like, she puts on the stunner shades with Barrett, like, yo, like, Aerith is.
She's got great personality, man. They did a great job with all.
And that's something, you know, right, too. That's like in their moves, everybody's personality comes out. Like, like that's the thing. Like I said, where it's just like why I like games where the writers. It's not so much like you in it, or, you know, it's like you know, like those Fallout type games or whatever, where it's just very more MMO-y and you can just talk to everybody and it's all the same kind of NPC jargon. Like, when you add more life to every single character, like a TV show and stuff like that, you do get to see the personalities come out in places that you don't expect. And like I said, again, it makes that experience that much more fun because like I said, they really crafted, like, there's where you're like, yo, you're gonna love all these characters because they have so much personality. Like, that's what makes this thing so fun.
It's beautiful.
But I mean, fuck, man. Like, honestly, I think we could go on, but I think we might endanger spoilers.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna happen.
But maybe we'll do like a part 2 and talk about more after we beat the game and do some spoilers and you know, just kind of go over some fun facts there. But you know what it is. Please hit the like and subscribe on your way out. Jabberjaws in the booth. Bugger Desperado.
Central Diplomat.
Catch you on the next one. Peace.